Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. So I just thought I'd pop on quick here and just do a quick little talk. So I just watched Ronnie's latest morning talk video. He talked about switching from WW to, I guess, let's call it fasting and keto. I hesitate to say the word keto because there's so many ways to do keto. So I just want to talk about that a little bit. What we do is, and it doesn't happen overnight, I guess is the other thing. So I started out with just simply cutting out sugar. And when I say sugar, I mean all forms of sugar, including fruit and because that's a natural sugar. So anyway, I cut out all sugars and I cut out all grains. I did have Joseph's pitas for a little while. They're very low carb, but eventually I cut that out as well. And vegetable oils. I switched from I was using canola oil and I researched it. And now I use extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil, bacon fat, or butter. And I mean butter, not margarine. So I wanted to just mention that if anybody had any questions about those things that I just said, and you want to know where to start, because it's overwhelming. I did a lot of reading, I did watching a lot of YouTube, so I got a lot of information from other sources, doctors, and some people on YouTube that this worked for them. So, you know, I listened to what was working for them and applied it for myself. So where I'm going with this is, if you have any questions, you can shoot us a text or a message, and it's not that I have all the answers or Ronnie has all the answers, but we can tell you what worked for us and what is working for us, and I can suggest some YouTube people that I like, and you can pop on, and once you see their name, then they have different topics. So you know, if diabetes is your question, if it's about diabetes, you can find that in their titles. Anyway, so we can recommend where to go to do your own research. I don't really think anybody should just do what somebody else is doing or suggesting or what worked for them. It's very important that you check out and do your own research. So again, if you need any advice, even just where to start, I had a friend from years and years ago call me yesterday, and we had a nice chat, and I did the same thing for her. I told her baby step it. For example, if you put 2 teaspoons of sugar in your morning coffee, switch to 1 teaspoon, and I don't mean for a day, do it for a week, and then make another change. If you are drinking, let's say you're drinking full fat, like a regular pop is what I mean. I guess fat was the wrong word to use there, but sugar, and you switch to diet pop, if that's what gets you through, you can worry about dropping the pop later. If you need to have that, it's okay. You don't have to make all these changes in a day, because what will happen is, okay, we all have the willpower to do anything for a short period of time, but if you're miserable, you're going to stop. So if you baby step some of these things, you may just find it more successful. Ronnie and I we did full out keto back, I think it would have been July, August, September, October, November, and then, I don't know, December, started adding things back in. Anyway, I feel like the mistake that we didn't gain any weight, and I believe I lost a couple pounds, but that's a long period of time, and I could have used I could have lost a couple more pounds in that period of time. So anyway, I feel like what happened is we were looking for keto substitution. So instead of a donut, I was finding ways to make it keto approved, and it's still sweet, whether it's fake sugar, Splenda, monk fruit, it's still sweet. And I feel like we weren't successful because we weren't really eating whole foods. And this is what this time I did. So Christmas time, January, I felt horrible. My joints were sore. Ronnie and I play cards a lot, and I wasn't able to shuffle. And last month we were playing cards and just not even noticing it. I was shuffling, you know how you shuffle them together, and so you're using your fingers, your hands. I was able to do that. And I said, wow, look at that. And that was because my joints were inflamed. My sleeping, there's so many things that happened. Acne through Christmas and January. As soon as I added back the carbohydrates, it was just instant. Anyway, so then I started playing with, okay, I don't need to eat. I was eating breakfast, I would say 8:30, maybe even 9 o'clock, and I switched that, and I follow Dr. Jason Fung, nephrologist is what he is, and he is in Toronto. But anyway, I follow him, and he's all about fasting. I've read his books. He's got 4 books out, I think, and I've read all of those. And anyway, before, when we were fasting, we were diving in, and that's fine, but it wasn't as comfortable, and you don't need to be miserable. So what I did is this time, and I'm finding I'm so much more successful over this last maybe just over 2 months, I think, is that I'm baby stepping. So my first week I was still using cream. I was still using it was full fat cream in my coffee, and sugar sweetener. We buy the sugar-free vanilla from Starbucks, and I was putting that in my coffee right up until 2 weeks ago. So all that time I still was using that in my coffee, and then I thought, okay, let's make one more change, and I did not want to use the sugar-free sweetener. Anyway, so I'm there now. And another thing is with fasting, if I was hungry at 9 o'clock, I would just naturally eat. So to baby step it, what I started doing is, okay, let's see if I can push till 9:30. If at 9:15 my belly was gurgling and I was uncomfortable, I was not happy with that, it's easy, just eat. And I did that for about a month. One day I was eating breakfast at 9 o'clock, the next day 12 o'clock. But I never pushed or forced myself. Even now, we eat, Ronnie gets home from work, I guess 1:30, and we usually have I like beef, and I find personally for me that works. But anyway, we usually have, like this week, last week, it's been a beef ribeye or rib steak, and some eggs with that, or I'm still having, like maybe a little bit of coleslaw. Anyway, whatever that meal is, it's around 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I'm not forcing it at all. It's natural. And honestly, today, if I am hungry at 10 o'clock, I'll eat if I want to. But that seems to be, 2 meals a day. So it's a big meal, 1:30, 2 o'clock, give or take. And the next meal is usually, I'm off work around 5:30. Usually 5:30, 6 o'clock, because sometimes we don't even eat right away. And sometimes if we've had like a whole ribeye, we're not hungry at 5:30. So we might have a smaller meal. Another thing that gradually happened for me, which is huge, is the snacking. Nighttime snacking in front of the TV. Yeah, it was keto approved, let's say, or you know, it was pepperoni, or it was cheese, but it was just too much. I didn't want to snack, but I gave myself a break that I let it happen naturally. So I don't eat between my meals in the daytime. And come on, that's sort of easy, but it's that nighttime, and it is just a habit, but I don't even look for it anymore in the evening. So I'm really happy with that. You know, because really that's another meal. Every time you eat, just think of it as a meal. If you're not hungry for a meal, then you really aren't hungry. And I know it's easier said than done, trust me. Anyway, I'm gonna pop off now. Somebody is here, and if you have any questions, as I said, message us or put it in the comments, and we'll do our best to guide you to the right direction, or perhaps just support, because we all need that from time to time. Okay, bye for now. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button if you like. Bye, have a great day.